The new actor is tightly embraced by the director. Allow the director to insult. That's the only way. Only then can he get the opportunity to film. As a newcomer, Zoon hasn't received a job for 6 months. No job means no income. He can only take the initiative to ask a company boss. However, he did not know that this was the company's trap. The boss started taking him to a company sunch bowl with drinks, and then casually throw away some work shooting magazines. Give him. After he tasted the sweetness, the company started drawing pancakes for him, wanting the opportunity to shoot movies and TV dramas. That requires even greater effort. Everyone else trades for resources like this. If you don't want to, you can go back and make a bench. Zoon can only bow down like this hidden rule. He endured it time and time again, suffered complete humiliation, finally traded for a small role, but the director gave him an impromptu play. Did you still add a bed scene? The requirement is to pretend to be real. Of course Zoon doesn't want to, but the director immediately called his company. Zoon was intimidated by her boss, can only yield. Suffering this humiliation in full view of the public, Zoon collapsed and cried bitterly. He can't bear it anymore. Run to find the boss to terminate the contract. The boss said that terminating the contract can result in a penalty of 30 times that of the company. He can't even afford to spend so much money. We can only step into the abyss step by step. This time the boss brought her to accompany the drinks again. Look at the boss nodding and bowing. It can be seen that this is a big shot. Zoon repeated her name to the other party over and over again. I hope this big shot can remember him. Strive for some resources for oneself. When he asked the other party if they remembered him, but the other party said, perhaps my body will remember you. Zoon understands. In the eyes of these big shots, I'm just a plaything. He stuffed pills into his mouth one by one. Perhaps the only thing that can free him is death. This film tells the true story of a Korean female star. Zoon accompanies her bed with multiple drinks, in exchange for a small role, but he was forced by the director to perform real sex scenes in front of everyone, all kinds of humiliation, pressing him to the brink of collapse. If you don't cooperate, you will be hidden in snow. Wanna terminate the contract with the company. I can't afford to pay dozens of times the penalty for breach of contract. He can only fall again and again, despair again and again. Other day, he recorded the grievances he had suffered, sent it to an honest journalist, and keep stuffing pills into your mouth, ending his pitiful life. The reporter was greatly shocked upon receiving Zoon's email. After investigation, it was found that Zoon is not. He ran following Zoon's death. The brilliance of the entertainment industry has been completely torn apart. The reporter is holding the evidence collected. Take the boss of Zoon Company and the tycoons mentioned by Zoon to court, and the difficulties they face also come with them. These big shots have strong backgrounds. A bit of leverage was used. The reporter's TV program was taken off the shelves, whether it's superiors or friends, advising him not to meddle in his affairs. But he still insists that the first trial was declared unsuccessful due to insufficient evidence. The reporter searched everywhere for evidence. He approached the prosecutor in charge of the case, but the other party only wants to be wise and safe. Unwilling to get involved in this matter, he found Zoon's brother again. Just as he explained his intention, he was punched. Clear. The other party has already been arranged by the Chbol clearly, the journalist's diligent persuasion. In the end, sibling love triumphed over money. My brother promised to testify in court, but when he returned to the office, I found a mess inside. The evidence collected has been looted completely. The Chbol began to threaten him with his family, but the reporter always insisted. He began to harness the power of the internet, using public opinion to retrieve justice for Zoon. Girls are treated by the agency as playthings in exchange for resources. She suffered a lot of humiliation, but unable to resist. Final medication suicide. The police hastily closed the case based on ordinary suicide. Can ferment with public opinion. The case has to be retrieved. The reporter found Zoon's agent. This young man still has some conscience. Give Zoon's diary to the reporter. It records the list of people she was forced to serve. These big shots finally can't sit still. They use their connections to make Prosecutor Kim withdraw from this case. If we don't follow suit, just publicize the things he was violated, and he was a child. Obviously, it's empathy. Sister Jin's heart became even more steadfast. Jin Jia presented multiple surveillance footage evidence in court. The judge said it was invalid and rejected. Obviously, even the judge was bribed. The defendant completely denied the evidence provided by the witness. I even want to turn it over and accuse them of defamation. In a court where black and white are reversed, Sister Shanjin can only provide key evidence. Zuran's diary. It clearly records the crimes of each demon. The truth is right in front of us. Everyone was dumbfounded. The judge is lacking command. Immediately turn off the projection. However, it's too late for everything. The people who saw the content were furious, accusing the defendant and judge of being in chaos at the scene. The matter has come to this point. The judge had to sentence the troll to 1 year in prison, probation for 2 years, This film is based on the Jang Jae-in incident that shocked South Korea. The outcome of the trial is exactly the same as in the film. According to the investigation, in the Korean entertainment industry, 45.3% of female artists are required to compensate for their alcohol consumption. 62.8% have been requested for sexual reception by program directors or some influential figures. At their most beautiful age, they were gradually turned into the abyss by a contract from a brokerage company and an elusive star dream. The Jang Jae-in incident has not been fair yet, and his life is forever frozen at the age of 29.